Hi guys, Judy here, and I'm back with another 12 by 12 process video for you today, and this one's for the Kitaholic Kits design team using the January kits. So these are full of the Craft Blessed collection, and you would have seen at the the beginning of the video, a bunch of flowers that I fussy cut from one of the pattern papers. They're gorgeous, and I just couldn't help myself, so that's what I've done. And I've just, stabbed myself with a compass getting it out of the box, but never mind. So what I thought I would do when I was fussy cutting them out is I could make like a wreath shape, and I love the idea of having those florals on a white background, but then kind of offsetting it with a pattern paper in the centre, and I like the idea of this pink. But as you can see now, I've put the florals on the white cardstock, and I'm thinking, oh, I actually really like that, and I love the way that they were just sitting and flowing down the page. But I persevered and kept going and thought, no, I'll give it a shot, trying that circular piece of pattern paper, and I quickly decided, no, I'm going to go with that, what I've seen. It's in my head, and I really want to go with that, and I like that. It's sometimes nice to just let things be and go with your original idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just kind of sift through these flowers and pull out the smaller ones that I've cut, and then there's some medium-sized ones, and then there's some larger ones as well. So I'm just kind of putting them in their groups. I'm going to mount my pattern paper on, not my pattern paper, my photo on some pattern paper. So I'm going to use the pink. Don't worry, that circle piece won't go to waste. I'm sure I will use it on another layout. And now I'm going to look through and try to find something else. I've found that floral. I did contemplate for a minute or two cutting out some of those flowers, but then decided no, that was just going a bit too far. They were a bit too tiny. So yeah, okay, so I've pulled out this lovely mint paper with the florals on it. I'm going to do a second layer with that. I'm going to put my photo on a bit of an angle, and I've done this instead of doing it square. It's just so that you can see parts of those florals just a little bit more, so you can see what that pattern paper is. I don't want to waste it. It's a beautiful pattern, so that's why I've put it on a bit of an angle. And then my last layer will be this dark pink, and this is going to be hardly seen once I work out how to do it. I couldn't work out. I probably should have, instead of adhering it down, trimmed it out with my trimmer, but never mind. There's just going to be a bit of it peeking out of those four corners, if that makes sense. You'll see it in a minute when I'm done. I got there. So there you go. It's just a fun little layer. So we've got some dark pink popping out, but that kind of straightens up that pattern paper that's behind the photo. I'm going to pop a bit of adhesive foam behind my photo, and now I'm going to start working at placing these florals. I want them to be kind of feel organic, like they're flowing down the page, like they were when I just chucked them on the page. And I'm working at spreading out all those larger ones, so they're evenly placed around the layout. And so they're all kind of facing different directions, because they are pretty much, the majority are the same flower that I've cut out. Some of them I've left more leaves on than others to try to make them look a little bit different. But I think by turning them in different directions around that cluster, it helps to make them look a bit different as well, if that makes sense, instead of just repeating the same flower. Okay, so I'm going to glue these all down. Some I'm popping up on adhesive foam squares. This larger piece I'm going to glue on top of the photo and use foam squares underneath. I did just tuck it under the photo, but it's between the layers. And then this one's going to go on adhesive foam, and now I'm going to work on my medium-sized ones, and these I'm going to do the same. Some will be glued down flat to the page, some will be up on foam. I'm just trying to get some varied dimension and height, and just make it really nice and luscious and full on the page. Okay, so just continuing with these medium-sized ones. This was a really quick process, apart from the fuzzy cutting, which I didn't mind. I just sat in front of the TV doing not much else. But the rest of the process was really super quick for me, so that was good. I'm just working on my smaller ones now, and I'm going to bring some out around the photo just to help it feel a little bit more included amongst those flowers. It's quite boxy, and there's some sharp edges to the right of the photo. Excuse me, yawning a little bit. And I've got a couple of leaves here that I'm just trying to find a home for, so I'm going to tuck one at the bottom. It's softening up that photo a little bit more, and then I'm going to tuck one down there. Okay, right, I'm going to go to the die cut pack for this collection that came in the kit, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to pull out. I've used all the florals that are in it, so that option's out. I'm looking at some labels now. I did contemplate some of them, but the sayings weren't quite right for the photo. I did find this little piece. It's like an infinity symbol with word love on it. I knew I wouldn't be able to fit the infinity symbol, but I did like the word love, so I've chopped it off. But there were some bits of the pink that were going to the edge of the die cut piece. So what I did is just took my white gel pen and covered them up, so it looks like a proper little die cut. You wouldn't even know that I chopped it off. We've got a little cross that has a heart in it. I'm going to fussy cut the little heart out. And pop that up there. I did pop a darker one that says "so very blessed" down the bottom of the photo. And I'm going to add a little pink and mint heart as well from the die cut pack. We've got this little light pink with white polka dots, and I just realised I hadn't glued down my photo, so I thought I'd better do that. And this little die cut piece here, I think it's meant to be a faux washi strip. I'm going to tuck under that photo, and this is going to soften the edge as well. If I bring some colours or some interest out to the side, it's kind of breaking up that harsh straight line, so it's helping to make that photo and those pattern papers behind it feel just a little bit softer. Okay, so I'm going to the 12 by 12 sticker sheet now, and I've pulled off another faux washi sticker, which is in dark pink, and I'm layering that on top. Again, that's softening it. We've got a light pink heart sticker, which I'm just bringing out, so now I've got 3 of those same hearts. And I've got some leaves which I'm just cutting apart so that I can use them separately. So I'm going to stack 2 behind this pink one, dark pink one, and 1 underneath this heart sticker. And this die cut here I'm going to pop up on foam. And the other ones I'm just going to glue directly to the background. Okay, so I'm just going to sort out that little love die cut up the top, so I'm going to pop that up on some foam. And just tuck it up the top there. And then I'll glue that little heart underneath. Okay, so I went rummaging through my kit, and I found this strand of sequins. So I'm going to pull off a few of them. They're a very bright kind of holographic gold. So while I want to put some touches of gold on the layout, I can't help myself. I'm going to mute them a little by tucking them strategically amongst those flowers or under pattern paper, so that only half of them showing out, so they're not so in your face, but when you look a bit closer you can see the little details of that gold. That's a great way to use pieces like that if you think they're a bit too much for the layout. Just tuck them under things. So there we go, they pop down. I'm not sure where I've gone here. My Liquitex, sorry, I was looking for that, and then I think I was looking for something for a title. Yes, so we've got these mint green stickers that go in the kit. What's a little bit off mint, it's more of a sagey minty colour. Does that make sense? But yeah, so I didn't make you watch that because my head was in the way most of the time, but I've just popped you and me. And because that green is a lot different than what's in the leaves, I'm going to pop an XO at the top and an XO at the bottom, and that's kind of bringing more of that colour onto the page, so it's making it feel more at home on the layout, just so my title doesn't stick out so much. Lastly, I'm going to add some splatters of some gold Liquitex acrylic ink. This gold matches those sequins quite well. I'm going to trim off the excess. It's at the bottom. And I did really think about popping a slice of pattern paper down one side and maybe doing some gold stitching. but decided no, I'll leave it as is and just let those fussy cut flowers shine. So that's it for my layout. Hope you enjoyed the process. If you want to check out this month's kits, make sure you head to the shop. Bye guys.